All right, kneeling rock press. Now getting some sort of mat or something like that for some nice padding. This is a sort of beginner, regression exercise to performing a full rock press. Some things to keep in mind when performing this exercise is you really have to be conscious of your posture, especially where your hips are, in order to make this movement effective. So coming down into a kneeling position, we're gonna have our hands out in front of us, not underneath us like a push-up, but out in front of us, about shoulder width apart. And then I'm gonna drop my head and my chest back. And I'm gonna come down, pivoting from the knees and push up. Down, push up. I'm using my head as a reference point. So if we look at the shape I'm creating with my body, my arms are in this straight position here, and it's almost as if my wrist, elbow, shoulder, and hips are all in one straight line, right? I'm here. I'm not here with my head up. This isn't the correct movement. I'm here. And then in order to perform it correctly, I'm pivoting from my knees on the ground, right? So it's almost as if, my hips and knees and torso remain in a fixed position as I move through the exercise. You'll know if you're doing the movement incorrectly if you're, for example, feeling your chest. If you're doing it correctly, you should feel your triceps and your shoulders working. And again, your head should be tucked and the floor should be touching your head as a reference. If, for example, it's touching your nose, then chances are your head's either up or your hips are too far back, changing the movement. Or if it's touching your chin, then you're pretty much just doing a push-up at that point. We're not trying to do that. Instead, we want to focus on our forehead touching. 1, 2. If that's too easy, some things you can do to make it a little bit harder is slow the movement down, add more reps in, or you can experiment by adding in a pause or something like that as well to make it a little bit more challenging, a little bit more stimulating.